stating our belief, but believed in a true commitment from our hearts, because that's where the real belief comes from. The intellectual belief, where we can accept there has to be a God, is one thing. But for that to be turned into faith, then it must find root in the heart itself, so that the individual can truly change his or her perspective on life into that of a true believer of Allah. And that is why Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, so often when he spoke about faith, he would say, or taqwa, consciousness of Allah, etc., he would say, at-taqwa ha-huna, pointing to his heart. This is where it lies. And he also said, in the body is a clump of flesh. If it is good, if it is healthy, if it is sound, then the whole body is sound. But if it is corrupt, if it is sick, if it is diseased, then the whole body is diseased. And he said, it is the heart. So, from that verbal and intellectual commitment, we have to take Islam to our hearts with a commitment to follow Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he was the example of how to live the faith. This is why there's a stress in this dua about the one calling. He is the guide. Are we committed to that guide? Or are we committed to a variety of other false guides in this life? There are so many other paths the Prophet ﷺ described, with a devil at the head of each one of them calling people. The only way to avoid those pitfalls and falling into the traps of these false callers is to commit ourselves to following Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is what our declaration of faith is about. And this is why that is the second pillar of that declaration. Why it is so important that Allah would elevate it to the status of being repeated after repeating or expressing our belief in Allah. وَنَشْهَدُ أَنْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ, we bear witness that there is no God worthy of worship but Allah. And right after that, وَنَشْهَدُ أَنَّ مُحَمَّدًا رَسُولُ اللَّهِ. That is why these two are linked. And this is what is being stressed here. So if that commitment is